Well, you would be a new interview for me, but not really. Maybe.
I've been here before.
You've been here before.
Nice to be in your office, Melissa.
Yes, thank you. You have some amazing things happening over at Fincantieri, Marinette Marine. And how about we start with the 2 LCSs that have just been commissioned?
So in 2024, we delivered 2 littoral combat ships to the United States Navy. The USS Beloit, we had a wonderful commissioning ceremony in Milwaukee. That's 29. That was just in November. And then before that, the USS Nantucket, commissioned in Boston, LCS 27. Those are ships 14 and 15 of a 16-ship buy, so we're almost to the end. The last of those 16 ships, the future USS Cleveland, is floating in the Menominee River right now, and she is almost nearly done. The last thing that we have to do after we finish building and testing a ship is we have to take it on a series of sea trials out on the Great Lakes to demonstrate it to the United States Navy, the ultimate customer. And right now, our river and lake are frozen, and the weather the way it is today, it's like it may never unfreeze. But it'll come April, the lake will be back open. And we'll take Cleveland out there for her sea trials, and then at the end of those sea trials, we'll be able to turn it over to the Navy, and that'll complete our involvement with the littoral combat ships. So then in the yard, we still have 4 multi-mission surface combatants, which are slightly larger versions of the littoral combat ship that are under construction, and those are, you see those. That's most of what's being built in the yard today. And then we have the first of the Constellation-class frigates under construction also, and the second of the Constellation-class frigates will start construction later this year.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so busy over there.
Lots to do.
Lots going on. I think this is pretty cool, this exoskeleton. Yes.
So let me talk about a couple of initiatives to help the employees work better.
Yes.
So an exoskeleton, you can think of literally like the movie Iron Man. It is a device that an employee wears, and you wear it as a backpack, and then it goes on your arms. And they make a set that goes arms and legs, and it literally uses the mechanical force of the robot to augment the human body. So it's especially useful in shipbuilding for tasks where an employee has to spend a lot of time with their arms over their heads. Let's say you're welding something that's above you, or you're painting something that's above you. So we've had a couple of different companies make these. So we had testing last year. We brought in different suppliers. We had employees test it out, give us feedback. Our sister shipyards in Europe, because Fincantieri is an international company, and some of our sister yards in Italy started using them last year. So we tested a few different ones last year, and we've started to make the purchase. So during this year, we'll be deploying the exoskeletons throughout the yard, and for the work where that exoskeleton will really benefit the worker, make the work more efficient, but also make it so the employee gets less muscle tired, reduces the possibility of injury. That's going to be starting to deploy this year. The other thing we're doing as far as a technical enhancement, when you weld onto a piece of metal, that produces unhealthy gases. So we make the welders wear what's called a respirator. So it's a big filter that sits on top of your face and nose and mouth, and keeps you from breathing in the unhealthy gases. And the respirators are very effective at keeping our welders healthy, but they are very irritating. Our welders often go home with itchy, scratchy, sweaty faces. So in order to improve that, we tested last year, and it's got a long technical name. I just call them the welding helmets.
There we go.
But it's like the face shield, the protective face shield, which is integrated into a bag that goes over the complete head. And then a hose attaches to that, and the hose goes to a pump and a fan. And so it blows fresh air through the hose, so there's no sweaty respirator that goes on the face. You're able to weld while breathing in fresh outside air while you weld.
Oh, how awesome.
And so it's going to make welding more comfortable. We tested those out last year from a couple of different suppliers, and then we just last week placed the order for the first several of those, so that we can start deploying those to our welders throughout the yard here in 2025. again, try to make a better work environment for the workforce.
Oh, definitely. And you've also started some employee initiatives as well, haven't you?
Absolutely. So, we survey our employees every year, and we try and see what we could do to make their a better experience. We've got 2 financial initiatives that are ongoing. One has been ongoing last year to this year. We're making some improvements, and then one we just started. The one from last year was basically a cash bonus for retention, for continuing to be an employee in good standing. So if at the beginning of last year, at the beginning of 2024, you started working, and at the end of the year you were still a worker in good standing, you received a $1,000 check on July 4th, and a $4,000 check in your Christmas paycheck, a $4,000 for the year. We're doing another $5,000, and we're splitting it up a little differently. So instead of 2 payments, there's 4 payments throughout the year. Adds up to $5,000. If you start working during the year, even if you didn't work here at the beginning of the year, if you start working, you're eligible for some of the later payments. So it's if it's not the whole $5,000, it'll be a partial sum, right? And again, we're doing that with 4 different payments spread throughout the year. So that's a financial incentive for our workforce. For another thing that we found through talking to and surveying our employees, a lot of our employees have young children, and for them, daycare is a real expense. So we've started a daycare initiative. The nice thing about this is, among many, is that the IRS allows us to do this tax-free. So obviously the bonuses, the IRS will take their chunk, right? Like any other income.
They will.
And the state of Wisconsin will take will take their chunk of income taxes. But the IRS rules allow us to offer a daycare subsidy tax-free. So if you're eligible and you have young children in daycare, you can sign up for this benefit. We, the company, pay the $5,000 incrementally throughout the year into a account. And then that account reimburses the employee for the daycare expenses.
Almost like a flex spend.
It's exactly like if you have a health savings account. Think of it, the IRS rules mirror the health savings account. So just like if you had a health savings account, you would pay the doctor, and the health savings account reimburses. Right. It's very similar to that.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing what you guys are doing over there. I just want to say congratulations. I mean, not a lot of employers will come up with these types of initiatives for their employees, and just everything that you guys got going on.
So for folks who would like to join our team, webuildships.com is the website, and it covers job openings in Marinette, as well as the other 2 Fincantieri facilities in Wisconsin. So we also have smaller facilities in Green Bay and Sturgeon Bay. And all of those job postings are posted at webuildships.com. And, I would encourage anyone who's seeing this, who might be themselves interested, or maybe they have a family member interested in employment at Marinette Marine, Fincantieri Marinette Marine, to go to webuildships.com and check it out and see what's available.
Definitely. I know I peruse every once in a while, kind of see what you guys got going on, and I know welders are
always interested in a good welder.
Yes.
Or for someone who's interested in a welding apprentice program and who can pass the physical skills test to become a welder. We do have a welding apprentice program, and so we do have the ability to train people to become welders. But someone who is a trained welder, we're always looking for folks like that.
All right. Well, I should tell my husband he's got a welder in the garage.
There you go.
There we go. Well, thank you for popping in and giving us this great update on everything that you have going on. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah.
Wonderful. And I'm sure the listeners and the viewers will go to WeBuildShips.
WeBuildShips.com.
All right.
WeBuildShips.com. Absolutely.
Definitely. All right. Well, thank you again. And I want to say thank you to everybody out there in Facebook land. Check it out. Go to their website, WeBuildShips.com, and see what's available. Have a great day.
Thanks.